Hello and welcome back to Enshrouded. More building, building, building. I'm looking forward to it. I made some progress on the downstairs shop in my alchemist house. Well, the shop floor level. And I think it's pretty much done. I mean, I can always find some more little details to add here and there. I might do some going along, but I think it's looking pretty good so far. So, since the shop floor level is mostly done, I'm going to move up to the next level up, which is the actual laboratory. And try and get it going. I have the main things thrown up here. I built a table. I wanted this custom table. I was just going to use the wooden table, but ended up deciding that a stone tabletop would make more sense, I think, for working with chemicals. And I like the pedestal having the bones around the bottom. I think that works well for an alchemist. So, I want to think about how I want to do this. I'm thinking... pick up this light. I just put that here temporarily. My hammer's in the wrong spot, so it's confusing me. I end up dropping some of those things out of my inventory. Just get them off my hotbar for now. I'm gonna grab some white light blocks too to keep on me. Whoops. While I'm building. Just because they're so handy dandy. If you have to build something to stand on, then it gives you a spotlight as well. Hi Heidi, welcome in. How are you today? Thanks for popping by. Nope, pick this up. I really just put that there to put some light in here to get the picture for the screenshot. So glad I can catch the stream from the start. Yay! Watch me bumbling around trying to think about what I want to do. I have a general idea. Well, I have a general concept, really is what I should say. So, to me, the Alchemist lab, I'm working on the Alchemist lab for, I call her, Lady Eclair. That's not really her name. What's her name? Where'd she go?
Hello.
She was just here. Hi, Ramon. Ramon from the bookshop across the street keeps coming in here. I've even seen him coming out of her house first thing in the morning. I'm just saying.
Hi.
There you are. They're spending a lot of time together, is what I'm saying. I don't know what it means. What's her actual name? Why? Get away from the... There. Didn't show me your name. Lady Leclaire, something like that. Anyway. This is going to be like a little village, main street with shops around. And I'm kind of building houses for the NPCs based on their story. Like Ramon ran a newspaper, and so he has like a newspaper and bookshop here. And I like built him a printing press. And over here, I'm working on Lady Leclaire. She's the secondary alchemist. So she has her little alchemy shop here. And the first floor is the shop floor that I've been working on. And I think it's pretty close to being done. So the second floor is going to be her actual workshop. The third floor up there is her bedroom, her living quarters. I haven't started on that yet. So, I'm thinking that for the laboratory, that it's going to be very full and kind of cluttered, right? Lots of bottles and potions and ingredients. And she has a little bit of a dark side to her from her story. Like, she died trying to do some kind of experiment to commune with the dead or stay alive, something like that. I don't remember the exact. But like her gravesite had like skulls and bones all around it where she was experimenting. So I want to incorporate a little bit of the creepiness as well. So I'm going to need a lot of shelves, I think. So I could go and grab a bunch of those or make a bunch. But I don't want just regular shelves along the walls. That would be too plain. I'm thinking there's not a huge amount of wall space in here either in this room. I am trying to keep the build small since I'm going to have a bunch of little shops and living quarters on this street. I might be able to... I was trying to think of some way to integrate into the architecture, maybe like a shelf system that's maybe like got an arch at the top of it to be a little bit more unique. I think the only space I could do that would probably be between those windows isn't big enough. Maybe I could take down this poster, put it over there. I don't think it would fit on that wall. It's pretty wide. And I'm thinking some of the roof blocks make unique arches. Let me test some of those real quick. Kind of think about which one. I don't remember which one does what kind of arches. Let's practice on this big blank wall here. Go to roof. So this is the stone shingle roof. It's not bad, actually. Dark color gives it a little bit of contrast from the wood color in there. Granite. That's kind of fancy, and she's kind of a fancy person. Although it's quite big. It might be too big for that room. Desert shingle. I don't think I want to use that one because I have that on the outside of her windows, and so it would just look like the same as the outside of her house on the inside. Tarred shingle roof. think that looks too rough for her. I'm missing. What other ones are there? That's just the ones I had in that box. Let's see. I doubt I want to do that one. Let me go see what I have already in this box over here. Same ones. You just make a quick batch of each. I already looked at that one. Did I do granite or granite ornamented? I did granite ornamented. Let's look at granite shingle. I said I didn't want to do desert shingle. Okay, let's go see if any of these I like better. See what we think. I think if we move that sign and put it on that bigger wall, might work. I really like this look for her, but that just seems really big for that room. Missing materials. Oh. I was on ground. Okay. Roof tiles. No, I didn't think so. Plant fiber. No. I don't think any of those are going to work. Granite shingle. Not ornamented. That's cool. Also fancy. Doesn't feel quite as big as the one on the right. So, I think I'm going to rule this one out. Whoops, this is going to be tricky getting this off without taking apart the wall, right? Wrong. Try again. Wrong. Let's do it from the side. I think it's between these two. I think I'm going to try this one. And if it's too big, then I'll go back to this one. What was this one again? Yeah, stone shingle. If I was doing a huge alchemy tower, I would use the bigger one. granite. Gotta be careful about getting it near the actual roof too. So that'll make it do different weird things, right? So this would be like a special fence stuff. What if I go straight down with it? It's kind of neat looking. So I might be able to actually put a bookshelf there and then outline it. With these. Let me see if I have any bookshelves already made. Hey, Chisel. October already. I know. We're getting close. We're getting close. Any day now. You think they'll let us know the exact day it's going to come out so we can plan for that? Bellbright is supposed to get a massive update in Preview Branch this month too. And I went into the creators room and I was like, y'all, please don't release this update the same week that Enshrouded's update comes out, because I can't do that. One of the devs was like, LOL, we'll try. Like, thank you. Please. 2 minutes. They probably will once it's around a week out. Yeah, juggling multiple. And it's like, are all these devs conspiring together? Like, it happens so often. They'll do. Like, all the games will have updates coming out at the same time. I'm just like, can you not, please? Can you not? I'd appreciate that. I'm just going to put all kinds of shelves in here for now, because I don't entirely know what I'm going to do. And I might actually, you know what, I might make this one a custom shelf with the shelves as well, and make it much smaller in between the shelves, or so that I could put like a crap ton of bottles on that section, so it really looks overflowing and jumbled. What am I doing? Bookshelves. Oh. There's another kind that I don't have over here. See you in my face, Ramon. She's not gonna have the crude. That's not her style. This one. I don't have one of these over here. Actually, I don't have one of these over here either. That would really stand out. Doesn't really match her style, but I might throw one of those in somewhere for some contrast somewhere. We'll see. Bye. Wow, we are really face to face. We're close. We're close friends. LMAO, yes, they have to be, I'm sure of it. It's all probably marketing and psychology for the best times to do game updates, and they all follow the same advice. That is very possible. That is very possible, honestly. Although, but even hitting preview branch, like, come on, man. Come on, man. I mean, that skull fits in there really well. But that shelf doesn't work as well with my concept of having a crap ton. In that area. But that skull and the point up going into that fits really perfectly, and then I could fit the sides down there. Hey Snake, how are you? Welcome in, friend. Good to see you. Thanks for popping by. Alright, let me just check. Did I push that too far back into the wall? Doesn't that shelf have a back? It does. I pushed it into the wall. Interesting. So I'd have to actually have it out a bit. I mean, that still looks good though. It looks like that top thing is there. And then once I put the sides on, that actually matches. It meshes really well. Okay, let me try one of the normal ones and see, just to compare before I automatically jump. Okay, that one I don't think I'm gonna like. I can tell right away how it cuts through. I'm not a fan. This one, I think same thing.
Hello.
I don't even have to build them. I like this one the best. Hello, Lady Eclair. I know that's not really her name, but that's her name in my world. A little bit. Make sure the back is showing. I mean, she does like her creepy stuff, so she'll be highlighting the creepy stuff. That's fancy. Okay, can you go somewhere? I wish we could push them. Oh my god, I'm in her head. I mean, I know I'm a therapist, but this is a bit much. Okay, so then can I? Aim. Where's it going? It's too much inside. It's gonna leave a gap. Not a fan of the gap. Not a fan of the gap. If I do the other side, I'm gonna adjust where the bookshelf is, I think. This side has no gap. Yeah, I can change where the bookshelf is sitting to account for the gap. So go to the left and edge it. No gap? No gap. That's better. Picking her brain. Yeah, picking her brain. Got a question the other day that only you can answer. Is the Happy Gamer server still running, or have you started a new world? Are you talking about the Enshrouded one or the Valheim? But yes, they're both still up. Xerox was saying something the other day about maybe wanting to restart the Enshrouded server and do a new world since the water update's about to come out. But I don't know if he put anything on Discord about that. Valheim. Yes, the Valheim server is still up. We actually did a poll recently, Snake, in the members area about when people wanted to start, when or if people wanted to start a new world. And people voted to start a new world when Deep North hits 1.0 was the result of the vote. Does this need one higher? So I think that's what we shall be doing. But yeah, it's still there. It's still up and running. Did you not see that poll? Why is it not letting me go right there? Is it because the bookshelf is there? Is that too much? Let's do this side without it and compare. I like this combo. My shelf is too far back again, or too far, yeah, back again. There's stones showing in the back of it. Yeah, I think even though it's more...
Hi.
Whoops, that didn't work the same. Why? No. Oh, okay, Snake, that would be why. Yeah, so 1.0, if you want to start fresh, 1.0 is when we're going to do that. Why is it not letting me put it there? Let me pick this up. Now, will you let me put it there, please? Pretty please. This is why I hate roofs. There. I mean, I love them and that they're make really cool designs, but they can be a pain to deal with. There. Fancy shelf. No gaps on either side, no. Why, hello there, Waddle. How are you today, friend? I think I need to reload my chat window because it's doing some weird bouncy thing. I don't know why, but stop bouncing. Only I get to be bouncy. Okay, is that too much? I don't think it's too much. We'll keep going with it, and if we decide it's too much, we can take it out. Where'd my building light go? Oh, I put it over there. That's not really helpful, but It'll be fine. I rebuilt my table, Waddle. Look, how do you like it? I decided that I should have a stone top in the lab. And then I made the pedestal with those stones that put bones around the bottom. I think that works really well for the laboratory. Thank you. So, let me pick this up. Set that there randomly. Let me decide, am I gonna use these kind of shelves? See which color contrasts more with the wall color. I think this contrasts more, but I like how this one has the solid back. That creates more contrast overall in the room. Although that color blends with the floor a lot more. I'm not gonna do this one. I might use this one like little highlight somewhere. I need to, whoa. I need to get more little building lights and sit in here. Where are they at? So I can see what I'm doing and y'all can see better. So, did I not have the cheapy wall torches over here? I don't know. Well, that one I'll have. Yeah, this is the first floor, Waddle. The shop. The first floor shop. What building piece did you use for the street? That's the pebblestone. What's it called? Flintstone. Rough flintstone block. I like how that looks for a little village street. Might try and curve the street some. I don't know. I mean, this is kind of the path that this place had. Because this is where the cathedral was. And I took it down. I'm turning it into a little main street. And we're going to have side back streets too. But I like that stone for little villagey looking kind of pebblestone type road, you know? I'm just gonna sleep and get some daylight so I can, whoa, see better. Because then I want to put down a bunch of shelves and then decide, oh, I should have used the other color. Thanks for popping by, Waddle. I'll see you soon. I hope everything went good with Hubdol's appointment. I never heard. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this one, even though it blends more with the floor. I think the contrast of having the stone covered up more entirely is a bigger contrast. Next week again. Okay. Wishing good thoughts. Although I think I may just do the wall shelves instead of the actual big structure shelves, because then I can make it more customized. So, still use that wood type, but in the wall shelf. Like, I can slide it into the side here if I wanted to. I could put the full one here. Get over there. I need to add more plants by that window too. That is not really the kind of arch that I had in mind, but I guess it kind of works. Let me grab some more of those shelves. Get a stack of them. I'm gonna drop some things in here. Oh, I didn't even try the crypt shelf. Let me look at that. Well, that's a sideboard, not a shelf, but let's see the coloring. That stands out more as well. And it kind of coordinates with the tabletop and the custom bookshelf. Let's go talk to the crypt keeper. I know I don't have a bunch of those shelves made already. You better be in your room where I locked you. You snuck out the other day and freaked me out. Hello. There's not a wall shelf? There's only these? Am I missing something, or has there never been a wall shelf in these? I mean, I could make it into a wall shelf, but it's not as easy by any means. Let me Google that real quick. I can't imagine I'm missing one. Enshrouded crypt furniture. Buildable items. Throne. Large crypt cabinet I have. Collector. What all does he make? Crafted here. Brazier, candle, chandelier. Who is walking? Oh, I bet it's a deer. That's not even showing the furniture. Chandelier. Bookrest.
Fade away like dust in the wind.
Why are you in here again? Get out. He'll eat you. You want to be et, do you? Oh no, oh no, oh no. I knew I was gonna hit it.
Hi.
Something interesting about these is that they look different on each side. Like, this side is totally open, and this side it has those little corner pieces. So that could make it look more diverse. Keep the corner pieces on the top one. On the top level. It would be nice if we had a shelf piece that was like half this size, like a really thin one that you could actually sit things on. Like this, like the small palm wood cabinet. But in different woods as well. We just want everything, don't we? See how this size fits here. It's pretty good. That one's too big there. Maybe until I get it higher and I could go across the top with it. Why does that look crooked to me? It's not though, right? Just the edge of this. Come out from the edge. Straight down. Back up to the wall. It's not crooked, is it? No. Put you there for now. Alright, I'm gonna make a bunch of these little size ones. And stack them up. Although that black is open in the back, the black makes much more of a contrast on that stone wall. Go ahead and make a couple more of these just in case. I kind of don't want to use all of these because I'm going to be using that in the collector's place downstairs. I don't want it to look too twinky. I'll make a couple just in case. Because the collector is going to live in Nocturne Alley in the just above the shroud space beneath here. So you go down this walkway and down here. This is going to be where all the creepy shops are and where he's going to live. Or I can keep him far away from me. One you got. Well, I don't like how there's not space between those. Can I use a block? To create space? A line, not you. To turn snapping off. There or there. That would be a big space in between. Although some things are big. Let's see the small space on this one in between. It's gonna look like it's floating in a way, but it's attached to the wall in the back, right? And take that out. A little crooked. Straighten that up. Enjoy your dinner, Snake. Happy gaming! Does that give enough space in between to sit some things? Not a huge amount. I think the one level higher will work better. Let's do it the one level higher. go there. And now, try and line it up with the one below. Just touching the wall. Not going through it. I mean, once things are sitting on it, it'll look definitely more filled in. Try one more. Have to get up high to place this. Glad that torch doesn't actually catch me on fire. Up from the wall. Whoops. That one. I think once it's filled up with things, it'll look just kind of full all the way up top. Like wall shelves. But I think that top shelf is a little bit crooked. Go to the side a bit more. There. See if we can get it lined up right now. Fine mix. Is that? I think that's too far out. That was not against the wall. Try that again. There, and up one. There. Okay. Now, that's better. Just out from the wall. Actually, I could flip it around. Have that different corner piece on the for the very top one. Make it a bit more unique. I think that'll be good. Yeah, and those are lined up. wonder if, is that, yeah, I can do the full size one up there, going over the top. Try and get centered. Oops. There. Line it up with the one next to it. So I have them touching. Put a little gap in between so you can see the gems on the edge. Little color highlight in the room. That's good. Then I could do those over the windows as well. But do I want to? I try not to have too much matchy-matchy stuff. That fits in between the windows well. Can't really set a whole lot on it. And I want the Alchemist workspace to just be like overflowing with clutter and bottles and potions and ingredients everywhere. Will these combine together, or will it not let me do that? Like, could I turn this into like a custom piece where, I don't know if it'll let me blend it that much. Let's see. Like if that's there. Will it? No. It'll let me sit it on the bottom shelf, though. Interesting. Combine these, and that looks like one solid piece. I need to also make sure to leave some space for other things to throw in here as well, though. Sacks and barrels and stuff like that. Although if it's open on the top like that, I could put some on top. I think I'm gonna maybe use that in the collector's build. I think that's too much for in here. For the alchemist. Because she already has a skull here. She wouldn't have a skull on all of her furniture. It kind of goes onto the window quite a bit, doesn't it?
Hi.
Does that go over the window too much? Hey, Zach. When you plan to do the blacksmith shop, let me know, because I have some cool effects I have done that I think you would love, like molten slag pits that actually look like molten slag that is burning. Ooh. That sounds amazing. Yeah, if you want to show me how to do that. I haven't actually, I mean, the blacksmith that I actually use, the main blacksmith over by my house, his place is just functional. Like, I haven't done anything to fancify it at all. So, I haven't really even thought about it much. So, if you want to give me an idea or come in and show me, you're of course welcome to. Probably the one I do over here, the secondary one, I was thinking, because this is more of like shops over here. So this is what I was thinking. I left that beam up there from the cathedral just because I leave stuff to see if I can find a way to use it, if it's something unique, right, that we can't build yet. And I was thinking, since it goes across the street, like, maybe I could turn that into, like, a walkway up there across the street. Like a second-story walkway. And then it would need to be between two shops that it would make sense to be connected, right? So I was thinking maybe one of them would be the blacksmith shop that will be selling weapons or armor, and the other one would be like the Fletcher shop for bows and arrows. Like, it would make sense that those would be connected, or maybe between armors and weapons. I'm not entirely decided. I can take some screenshots. Basically, you bury some braziers just underneath some sand terrain blocks. I also created a cool giant anvil and huge crucibles. Cool. Post some pictures in the Discord. I feel like... Did you post a picture of the giant anvil before, or am I making that up? I don't remember. Let me go to sleep and get some daylight. Oh, I forgot to go into the voice channel on the Discord today too. Let me do that in case any channel members want to pop in and chat. Yeah, so I don't think this one would have it because this is more the shop and the secondary. It would be at the one over there by my house where the main blacksmith actually works. So that's where I would bury something. So yeah, post some pics if you happen to have them. That would be helpful. Alright, what do you think? Does this go too close over the windows? I mean, I know I said I wanted this room to feel stuffed, but is that too much? Put another one and see how it feels. Why does that feel like it's going too far? There. Maybe it'll be okay. Get up there. Oh, I need to be taller.
Hello?
Hello? She keeps inspecting my work, making sure I'm doing a good job for her. I don't think I like the big one there. I don't like it. too straight. I turn the other one around. I'm not going to turn this one around. I'm going to have this one be the same. Is that straight? That one is farther out. Whoop. Just kidding. Fall off. There. Very out from the wall. Now it's too far in. Son of a biscuit eater. Okay, it's gonna be perfect this time. I think it's the middle one that's too far out. Hi Martin, welcome in. How are you today? There. Right, because I was looking at the window depth instead of the wall depth, maybe? Try that middle one. That's better. Okay. Lots of shelves for lots of potions. and creepy crawly things. That is not what I meant to pick up. Do you love it when that happens? I wish there was an undo for props. That would really make me happy if there was. Okay, will you get out of my way? Thank you. Make our table again real quick. It's fine. That is not straight. That is a drafting table. We're not trying to do a drafting table. Is that straight? No. Is that straight? Yes. Hi. Hi, Ramon. Is that even? I think so. Okay. Times like this, I feel like I should hit save, but there is actually no need. One of the things I want to do in here too is have some plants drying, hanging and drying. And probably this wall space would be good to do that because you can't like put a whole lot down here on the floor because she's got to use the ladder to get up to her living quarters. So I think I'll do a drying rack on that wall. Maybe I could use a ladder for a drying rack too. If it doesn't poke through the floor too much. Just have to make sure not to poke it through the floor too much, right? See, I don't want it going all the way to the ceiling because it looks too much exactly like the ladder right next to it. Oh, I can't do? Can I not do? I can't do the up and down with the ladder? Is that right? I can make it leaning back a little bit, like it's leaning against the wall. Why can't we do the up and down? Is it because it just lets you? It's not letting me. Well, how perturbing. Okay, what if we make it like it's leaning? We just lean it one spot. Is that still gonna leave enough room? Or the actual ladder? What is that? Tilt. It's not letting me tilt it either. It lies. It doesn't let me tilt it at all. This is a lying ladder. Alright, if I just put it there. Probably once the plants are hanging on it, it won't look too similar to the actual ladder. Or I could use the prison iron thing and do that whole top of the wall. Which in a way would make sense because she would have a lot of things drying. Let's see how that looks. Similar to like in the shop downstairs, I did like a few hanging things drying behind the counter. You're supposed to sit on the stool, not stand on it, dear. I'm just saying. See, up there at the top, I did a few drying plants hanging off that bar. I was debating about going back and redoing that to see if I could get the plates to be hidden in the wall. I might still do that at some point. But I could try it with these that I'm working on right now. Do I have any grates already over here? Because as an alchemist, you would have plants integrated, right? One of these, maybe? That one might be too big, though. Where'd it go? Let's go check the size on this. Look, I did this off stream. I'm so happy. It's a little thing, I know, but I put a pot with stuff in it, and I put a ladle in it, and like empty bottles here that you can choose to get, and like ladle your goopy potion into the bottle. I thought it was fun. Yeah. Too big. That's gonna be way too big, right? Oh, maybe not. Get over there. Do I have to, take the ladder down? I mean, it definitely covers the entire wall. That one is definitely more... No, I want it to come out from the wall a tag. I would have to like put something underneath it and then take it down. I kind of like the look of this one though. Let's put it there and see if I can get it behind the shelf and all the way into the corner. Nope, almost. All the way into the corner. I don't think the spikes would be sticking out this way. I think they would be on the back like that. It would be more smooth to hang plants on.
Hi.
Hi! Are you checking on my work again? What do you think about your plant drying wall over there? I think I kind of like that. And the metallic gives another texture to the room as well. And that won't get in the way of her going up the ladder. Or me going up the ladder. I've never seen her actually climb the ladder. I think she just teleports up there. The Alchemist magic. Because I have seen her up there in her bed. Then I was thinking about trying to embed one of the fancy books into that table, like she's using it. Sure, I have some over here. There's one. This may be an order of operations thing to get it in there. Another reason why I thought it would be good to make my own table instead of using a pre-made one is that I can pile things underneath it more easily. There. So that's like what she's working on. And then I'm going to pile boxes and containers underneath. So you won't be able to see the pedestal. It'll look like it's just sitting there being a fancy book. Did I got rid of you? Like, where are those crates? I could put an actual chest as well. It's a possibility. We dump these extra blocks back in here. I'm not using right now. Let's see, one of these would be good, one of these would be good. Maybe one of these. One of these would be good. We're going to throw a bunch of plants and stuff in there at some point. These. Let's get all these shelves out of my inventory for now. At least the one, I'm not going to use that one. I'm not going to use that one. Might still use some more of those, I don't know. need some of those. This, maybe that. This, maybe that. Come back for plants later. I don't really have room for a wall tapestry. Probably gonna put the Alchemist billboard thing over the stairs, I think. High on that wall. Use different bowls. Different little sitting around things. Definitely a cauldron. Maybe some of these different pots potentially. Would I have one of these in there? I don't know. Start with baskety looking things. I'm going to be filling in tons of the gaps with bottles everywhere. I wish we could sit these tomes and stuff just down without having to put it on the stand. You know what I mean? Genius definitely needs some mortars in there. I'm going to have to put down some funky looking food too, like the shroud soup.
Hi.
The other creepy potions. Gonna need more light in here. Just temporarily. How big is... Where'd that furnace brazier thing go? This one. No, that's too big to put on the table. Is there a smaller one? I was thinking it might be cool to have like a little brazier on the table. I wonder if I could get that under there. Let's see if I put it down first. If it'll let me. Where'd it go? There it is. It's not gonna let me. Maybe with the smaller one I could do it. Probably just do maybe a little fireplace, campfire thing. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to go that way, but hope springs eternal. It's not letting me do it. burning my floor. I don't think it will let me use this. Well, it will. Soon I might put the other crate there, but that works.
Hi.
Hi. She would definitely have candles on this table. I think I want to do like a mix of all different kinds of candles on this table. I wish we could have candles turned off sometimes, or lights turned off. On their suggestion site, there's actually a suggestion that you can upvote for that option. I went and upvoted the other day. Because sometimes it would be nice to have, like if I was going to set a bunch of candles out for sale, they would not be lit. Let's get some other ones, other kinds. You know, I put you by the bench so that you can sit down, since I'm not letting you wander anymore. I don't like not being able to find her when I want to build something. But she never sits down. How big is that? Would that be better to have up here instead of the pretty one like in the shop? I feel like it would be brighter, but I don't remember how big that is. Let's just make one of them. Let's make a variety. This is too big for the table, isn't it? Let's look at it and see. Yo, Triune! How are you, friend? Let's sprinkle these around and see what it looks like. I could do two of those silver ones at different heights here. things are getting way better in your neck of the woods, you moved. Ooh. Sometimes that can make a huge difference, right? Why is it not letting me sit it there? Don't be funky. Let's raise this one up a little higher. Good. It's good. I'm not sure what I think about this living in the city stuff, but I needed to be closer to the VA hospital. Ah. Well, that'll cut down on a lot of driving. Were you in the, like, country before? Like, total real country? Farm boy from the woods. And you've never lived in the city before? That will be an adjustment. 100% will be an adjustment. But, you know, hopefully you'll find things that you like about it too. There's a lot of convenience to being in the city. Lots of choices of things that you can get and do. To give an example, I went to school that was from K through 12 and there were 156 kids. Boy, you are not kidding about Farm Boy from the Woods. That is small town. That's like village level. Biggest class in the school was the one I was in, and there were only 18 of us. I mean, that's a blessing, too. Too many schools have big class size these days. I need some just like candles and candles on plates. Who makes those?
Hey.
Or is that manual crafting? No. Who makes the plain candles? I want more of these too, just because I like them. See, there's that one, but you gotta have the candle. Is it the Alchemist that makes those? We can go wake her up. Get up! There's work to be done. Or it might be the farmer? I don't remember. Obviously. Hello. Do you make candles? You make books, I know. Who makes the regular... Oh, is that the workbench that makes the regular candles? keep guessing till I figure it out. I probably have candles actually stored up at my house. Before I make more, let me go double check. Because you have to have them on stock to make the fancy ones. Why are you still up? It's late. Actually, can you make some different kind of candles too? Which ones do you make? None? You don't even have a single one? Be kind of cool to have one of those in the Alchemy Shop. I don't think I have room for it though.
Is that it?
That's all for now. Yeah, my sister graduated 3 years after me, and there was only 5 in hers. Wow. 1 dude and 4 gals. Felt sorry for the dude. I don't blame you. That's funny. What am I forgetting? It's her, right? Is it her with the beeswax? Do you make them? But she makes farm stuff.
I have faith in you.
Thanks. Why am I having such
Glad to help.
a brain glitch? Let me look at my storage down here. Makes farm stuff, my kind of gal, right? You would like the farmer. Well, that one more than the old guy farmer. Although he's very friendly too. Okay, there's a few on plates. Another random thing. All these things, I wish we could put all these just straight down. I could try and hide one of those in blocks, but I gotta remember that I'm keeping this build small. That's what I wanted a while ago, my construction lights. I want to just set like one of these here and there. It drives me crazy that we can't. I'm really hoping they'll change that. And these, like, the hollow hole artifacts. I mean, it would make so much sense for her to have them in there, but you have to put that big piece of furniture to be able to use them. Excuse me. If my memory serves me correctly, I think last time I was watching you, you said you had an upcoming surgery, unless I'm mixing you up with someone else. Hope it all went well and things are going better. Thank you so much. It's so kind of you. I did have surgery over the summer, actually. I took a break from content completely. And it went well. Unexpected, but well, and had to take time to recover, of course, but making progress. Thank you so much for asking. Getting back to things. Been doing more streaming lately than edited videos because it's easier. But we got some big updates coming out this month, so I'm definitely going to be getting more guides out again. We got the big Enshrouded water update coming out this month, and supposedly there's going to be a huge Bellwright update probably this month. Update to the preview branch, which I do for Bellwright. Alright, this is annoying me. I'm about to just go to the Shroud Depot and pick some up because clearly I'm being a dorkfish. Or I'm just looking past it. So you could have some of this stuff in there. I don't think I have a lot of room right now in my inventory, but definitely gonna need to add some of this stuff. That one will fit under the table. I think that's gonna fill my inventory. Oh no, I got one more spot. Stop locking onto things. I'm not trying to do that. That'll fit under the table. Even this one might fit under the table. Let's go for that one first.
Farewell.
Yeah. No more room.
Hello.
I also, in preparation for the water update, I need to find a spot and dig it out over here on my farm, because with the update we are going to be getting rice paddies, and to grow the rice it actually is going to have to be submerged in water. So to like dig out a spot. I remember watching you when you were playing Valheim all the time. Oh yeah. I mean, I still play Valheim sometimes. I still have my community server. I still have Ravenheim. But we're in such a long period between updates for Valheim. Kinda doing some other things as well, of course. Let's see, let's make sure that bottom is covered. I kind of like those bones showing. I don't think I'm going to completely cover that space up. It's like they fell on the ground while she was working. Makes sense there. I think I'll put one of those tiny little wooden crates right there and then leave the rest open so you can see the bones falling on the floor. Or maybe a sack. Big leather satchel. Conville, hey friend. How are you today? Busy in meetings? Can I slide this into this shelf? A little bit further. That's good. Really? Is the construction light that interesting? She's amazed with that torch. I'm just trying to get through work. Well, hopefully I can help you. Although I'm afraid I probably will not be dying for you today, Kong. Unless we have a builder's fall death. Shall not happen. Yeah, I'm gonna put the billboard, whatever it's called, the Alchemist drawing thing up on that wall. Where's it at? I put it back in storage because I have room for it. It's okay because other people are dying. Let's see. Oh no, I don't have enough storage for all of them. Leave that over there for now. This will work. I think I'm gonna have to take this light down. Put this. Let's see how it looks from. Yeah, because I want to be able to see it above the railing. That's good. I didn't have to put it in my inventory.
Hi.
Keep forgetting that. Hi, Ramon. That looks good. I like it. What are you doing today? I'm working on my Alchemist shop, and I'm working on the second floor, which is her actual workshop area. So I built a custom table, workspace, worktop for her, and I've gotten shelves and custom shelves built, and I put in this big rack that we're going to be drying plants on, and now I'm starting to put in some deco, candles all around, all kinds of random stuff. I want it to look very full and cluttered for the Alchemist actual workshop, you know. Lots of different candles. I pretty much got the shop level done. Down here. I may go back and add a little detail here and there. I really like this holder of that potion over there, the big potion. It was interesting to figure out how to highlight that and hold it. And I used a lot of the ideas that chat gave me. Got my crystal balls and teacups. I got honey by the checkout counter, so they can pick up a piece of honey to take with them. Got some plants drying up there. I put little baskets over here that they can use for shopping or to buy. And then behind the counter is like the secret. You have to know about it. Things that you can buy with the creepy green potions and such. Ramon, you're back again? I think that Ramon and Lady Eclair have something going. Just saying, he's here a lot. Even first thing in the morning, sometimes I've seen him coming out the door. Not to start rumors. Thank you. Thank you, Kong. I like these shelves, how they turned out. I love the ceiling in here too. The light fixtures are actually standing lamps, floor lamps. But I wanted that look for the ceiling. So I hid them in the ceiling. Thank you, McLoom. And welcome in. And this is one of my favorite little, I mean, it's just a little detail, but I like little details. I have like a pot of goop. And I put a ladle in it, and then I have different sized bottles here so they can like ladle their goop potion into a bottle to buy it and take it. Hello. I haven't seen you in here before. You're getting more customers. Are you happy with your shop? She keeps inspecting my work to see if I'm doing a good enough job. And then I put a little bit of like just 2 magic wands and staffs in the back because that's not really her specialty. She's more potions, but she would have some of them. And 1 wizard suit of armor. She's not going to try and compete with the actual store that's going to be selling out. Why are you fascinated with that torch? Don't understand. Maybe she's obsessed with fire or something. Let's see. I wanted to see about how this light looked up here. I think it matches. I think it matches well. I mean, honestly, that's kind of the kind of fire that I would like sitting on her table. Because the brazier is too big. Let me check with the blacksmith first, see about a smaller brazier. There's some of the ones that he has is really big. Oh wait, I put a secondary over here at the end, a secondary blacksmith. She's staying at the inn until I get her place built. This is the first floor of the inn, which is also a little cafe for the people coming in from the courtyard. Hello. He's staying here too. People stay here until I get my house built. This is the check-in area for the inn. And then upstairs is the lounge for the guest rooms. Where's my blacksmith?
Hello.
Not you. That's the lady that owns the inn. I don't remember her name at this moment. What is it? Hannah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Where's my blacksmith? Are you following me? I know. I'll get to yours. He has his sign in his room waiting for him to have a shop ready. Why didn't it go? What other kind of braziers do you have? Fire! Yeah, I love the details. Fun little detailing. I really ought to give this game another shot, but I think I want to try playing with other people. I just need to find someone to play with. Come play with me, Kongville. Xerox was raising the question the other day of whether we should restart the Happy Gamer server again from the beginning, especially with the big water update coming out. I thought they had another brazier. Why don't you have it? All the blacksmiths have all the same recipes, right? Am I going right past it?
Goodbye.
Maybe it's not the blacksmith. Maybe it's the carpenter.
Hello.
You would love to? Yeah, that would be so fun. Let me make sure this message that I got isn't anything about the kiddo. Hubs is asking, would isomalt make maple syrup crystallize? What a random freaking question. Probably. We could test it. That sounds like something Little Man would ask and want to do a science experiment with. The isomalt in this house actually belongs to Little Man. He got it for Christmas because he wanted to make a wizard's staff with a crystal on the end. So he was going to make a crystal out of isomalt. Probably, if it gets cold enough, I would imagine it would, right? Because isomalt is what you cook and make glass with, right? So I just don't know how the maple syrup in it would affect it. It would at least crystallize, right? Like maybe it wouldn't become total solid like normal. Ooh, I could put that on her table. That could look like a fire thing. Here's the other ones. Oh, that's the one that I made. Oh, or picked up over there to see, right? Here they are. These are too big. Those are way big. That's way big. All these other ones are way too big. I thought that one might be small enough, but I don't really think it is. I think it's too big. Maybe the wall one is smaller enough. Or this one, I could sink that through the table like I did the book. And it would look like it's sitting on this table. Let's try both of those. Like a Bunsen burner.
Hey.
You've never actually used it, so I don't really know. Yeah. But I thought you knew everything, Kongville. That is kind of big. That I could sink down so it's just the top showing, and it would look more size appropriate. What are the other ones that I had to try? This one I think was too big. I'll look at it again. This one I haven't tried. Being in the stone would make sense to protect the table, but that's big. Even if I sink that down, well, maybe if I sink it down, but it would need to be enough that it looked like it was sitting on stone. The table itself is stone. Not everything, just most things.
Hi.
I think I'm gonna go with the metal one. I think the stone will look too big on that table even if I sink it in. Okay guys, I gotta take a quick bio break. I will be right back.
Hey!
Okay, I'm back. Excuse me. I want more silverware too. Like we have that ladle. One more little stuff like that. Little tiny things. Alright, I'm gonna have to sink this in at a place where it's not entirely obvious. I could put it right in the center of the table. Through the pedestal. What the Hades? Why does the stone look like that? I didn't know it would do that. That's cool. It like has 4 little legs. That would be genius to make like a coffee table. Whoops, wrong block. Dope. I love that you can build with the blocks that are in magical storage chests. But I do end up getting my inventory full sometimes. That's cool. You could like put anything on top of that and make it a little table with 4 legs. Okay, is it gonna let me do it? It is, because Enshrouded rocks. Alright, I'm gonna turn it. No, really. Rotate.
Hi.
Why is it not rotating? Do it manually. So the little feet don't stick out. edges on the floor, and then we're going to sink this down. I did do double floor and double walls, so I have more room in here to be creative. Look at that. I'm going to move my wooden toolbox away from it a little bit. And then I'll put this back. Please let me put it back. Come on. It was there. Right there. So I get my bones back on the floor. Yes. I like it. Okay, let me move the wooden toolbox away from it a tad. Yes, I love it. I love it. Are there thoughts about how close this game is to being completed? I know they are doing a ton of upgrades very regularly, but so we know when it will be completed. I think it's supposed to hit 1.0 next year.
Hi.
If I recall correctly. Doesn't it look great? That's like fancy Alchemist Bunsen burner. She's doing experiments. Okay, I'm not going to use that one. That's too big. Then she would have some of these kind of things sitting around as well. I'm not going to use these right now. Ending up with random things in chests all over the place because I'm building different locations and keep moving everything around. I think back here. Turn it not straight. Can I move that up a notch? No. It's fine. I'm gonna put another candle behind that box. Put one of these over here. Go up. That. And then I need a mortar and pestle. Right here on my workbench. Right by the cookbook. Recipe book. I need another candle on this corner of the table. Didn't I make some more brass ones? There they are. Why is it's not letting me sit it on the very edge of this table, so I'm gonna fake it. Let's do that. And then I'm gonna raise it a tad. Whoops. No, I'll take those blocks out. Excuse me. I need to put some kind of like fancy knives on her table. Let's go see what fancy knives we have laying around. Or fancy looking anyway, not like fancy powerful. Get out of my garden! Are you eating my flowers? One of them came in my house the other day and went up the stairs. Freaked me out. Gray blades, that might be nice. I mean, sandstorm swift blades, that would be really nice, but I don't know that I want to just use that for deco. Doesn't have a gem in it yet. It's a really cool looking one. I gotta remember that tabletop is really dark. Is it a pet? Yeah. These are like deer. Where'd you go? They might have gone to bed now. Here's one. There's other vids hiding over there. They live. Can pet him. Hello. Oh, turn around. I want to pet your butt. Oh, thank you. Thank you. These are good. Deer. I don't remember what they're called. The bunnies are really cute too. I feel bad for the bunnies. The bunnies don't actually give resources, and so I pretty much never feed them. Oh, that's a baby lamb. Here's a bunny. Why are the goats sleeping in here? They got out of the pen. I have to take them back. They've taken over bunny beds. Where are the rest of the bunnies at? I keep some lambs as babies just because they're so cute. Hello. Hello, sweetie. Did I wake you up? And then there's the frizzy goats from the mountains. They're the black ones. They're like rams. No, I'm not gonna upgrade them. I want it to stay a baby. Okay, what was I doing? Looking for knives. Okay, the tabletop is... Those are better ones for gems up there. I'm not gonna choose those. That's a really cool looking one, but the tabletop is dark. So it wouldn't stand out a whole lot. Yeah, I just like started throwing beds up here in my guest room. Well, actually there's only one that's been thrown up for her. Which may not need to happen anymore. I moved people out to the hostel, so I don't really need that extra bed in here. I could put her in one of the regular guest beds. These are where like Hubs and Little Man sleep when they come and play in my world. Here we go. Shivs, I mean, those are very light colored and would show up, but they're kind of basic. These are fancy needles. The handle is lighter colored. Try that one. Let me sleep real quick. Get some daylight. Get a sip of water. I like how when you wake up, you turn over and lay on your back. It's funny. My room is an utter hodgepodge of unfinished things. Said the other day, I think it's because I'm a mom and I tend to do the stuff for myself last. Like my room is always the last thing done. But I did put my winter outfit on an armor stand the other day. Because I was like, I want to switch to that real quick whenever I'm going to the mountains. That'll make it easy. I have some dagger stands over here. Oops, there's a brick wall there.
Welcome.
I have a whole bunch of stands back here. Oh, I only have the standing one. I don't have the... Okay, let's make one real quick. Hello, Auntie.
Hello. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay, so I need to... Wait, let me get it rotated. It's a wall here. I don't know which way they're going to be on there. Let's figure that out first. Ah, I always forget. It's going to be things not in your inventory. Okay, so it's... Yeah, those are fancy looking. That'll look cool. Okay, so they're pointing up and to the right. So... we'll rotate and go forward. Is that flat? No. It's flat. Okay. Now come over here and got turned around. It's not gonna let me do that. So do it
Hello.
manually. Hello. Up and to the right. So we find like that. Sink it down a tad. There. Yes. So cool. That looks cool. And she's kind of fancy. It almost matches her outfit. She'd be using fancy knives on her workbench. Lurk away, Kongville.
Huh?
Pretend like you're getting some work done. You know, I think I should put some, like a plant here too. A plant laying on the counter. Or maybe a root. Hey Matthias, welcome to the channel. Thanks for the sub. like a big root right next to the knives, like she's gonna chop it up. Go ahead and take some of these with me as well. Should put some mushrooms in here as well. She would definitely be doing stuff with mushrooms. The problem is I want to do so many things. Okay, so lower this down. Let's put a root there. Perfect. And then we'll put that down. Let's put a herb, maybe sage. Makes sense. Is there room to put like a basket with mushrooms back here? Maybe I could just put that on one of the shelves. Need some jars and potions on this worktop as well. Decide. I could sit this in a corner somewhere, right? On the shelf up high. Over here. Pull up this corner. Has some shiny on it to light up that full corner as well. It's good. Definitely want one of the cool looking potions here. Come on. Let me see it. Alright, I'm gonna pick you up for a second so I can get over it. Don't tell me it's lost. Grr. It's lost in the table. I'll Do you want, or you can see the stand, it's fine. Let's do one of the newer ones. I like let's do the shroud paper. That's lined up and everything. There we go. I like the sheen, weird look on that. Okay. The table is definitely starting to like filled up, so that's good. I need something tall behind the fire on this table in this space that I can see it from when I'm looking over here. Maybe one of those bases? I don't have one on me. By the way, I would not recommend cutting off the tip of your finger when cooking food. 0 of 10 rating, no fun at all. Oh no! That sounds highly unpleasant. Hopefully it's not too bad. Look at these jugs too. I left these jugs when I tore down the cathedral because we don't have them. I'm going to see if I can integrate them into the build. Why don't we have those jugs? I want all the jugs. That sounds kind of weird, but you know what I mean. I want them all. Look, there's all the candles I was looking for a while ago. Here, jars and vases. Definitely gonna need some magic balls in there too. And of course we're gonna need lots of books. Do I want to take books up there now? It wouldn't hurt. Go ahead and throw some books in as well. I already have that one. I already did those. I might do more though. No, not horrible. I just have a small divot in my fingertip now. Okay, well, still sounds unpleasant, but I'm glad that it wasn't worse. Let's try this one. That one's kind of tall. Tall enough to be seen. Why are you not there? Tall enough to be seen from behind the fire and fill up that last empty looking space. Good, good, good. That's good. Getting ready for the Water World update. Ooh. What are you doing to prep for it? I wanted to make a water fountain out here in the courtyard of what's gonna be the main courtyard in my little village that I'm building. So it's like Main Street. And I'm gonna have like a stage out here. The end's over there. So I wanted to like turn this into a water fountain and have the eternal water source on top of it. But you can't build close enough to it. Unfortunately, it would be floating in midair. So I have dug out a little pond over there in front of the inn. So that's ready for water to go in it. And then I have some ideas for deco with water that I'm ready to do. And then, you know, we're going to be getting rice too. And so I need to figure out where I'm going to be able to dig a field out to put in a rice paddy. I think what I might do is put it over on this far side. I was going to put the farmer's house over here. Right here. But I might turn this into the rice paddy and move the farmer guy, not Emily, she lives in the house with me. But I might move the farmer guy up here. Right now I have the creepy guy in there, but he's going to go down by the shroud. So I could turn this into a farmhouse. It is also right by the crops and my tree farm. Maybe I'll make a water fountain in front of my house. And then something else I'm thinking about doing with the water source is I have like this little mud trench. And I want to turn this into a stream. Man, I wish we could dig that mud, the bubbling mud, and use that. Fingers crossed we'll get that. But this little mud stream that I want to turn into a water stream goes under this bridge and all the way over here, all the way down here, and can flow off the edge like a waterfall into the shroud. And it's already built and connected. I would just have to put the infinite water source at the beginning. Whack! Get out of the mud.
Hey there!
Hey there. Way over here. And actually, I could even potentially put it up there and have a waterfall coming down here and flow into the river, into the little stream. And then the other thing I've been doing too is just like when I'm off stream, I've been going and like finishing up any last little leftover quests or little question marks left on my map. Finding stuff.
Hi.
There's some things I just haven't bothered to go back and do. So I've been finishing some of that stuff up. Okay, I brought a bunch of books in. Let's put some books on this bookshelf over here. I haven't put the plants up to dry on the drying rack yet either. I have a feeling that's going to be a bit of a pain. It was a bit of a pain when I did it on that hanging line by the front desk. Why are you not letting me zoom in? There it goes. I think I'll probably put some plants on these shelves too, of course. put a plant next to the slanted book. Get up there. Some set. That other one is open. I don't have any of the skinny books in my inventory right now. It's fine.
Hi.
Hi.
Huh?
I'm gonna take. I was gonna use a skinny book for this, but let me just get a skinny book. She was literally just right here. Come back. Nope, not closed. Get away from the door. Come back. Come back. Come back. Hello. Hello. Thank you. Why can't I make skinny books? Oh, my inventory's full. Details.
Hey.
I don't want to sit anything down. I don't know what I'm going to use. Sit this down. Actually, sit that down too. Okay, where'd she go? Are you still down here? Of course not. I'm like on the verge of making myself dizzy. This is why I don't play first person games. It doesn't bother me normally because I like to use it for building, but like running around a lot in first person doing action stuff makes me dizzy. I still have all the other ones, right? I don't know if I had any of these in my inventory.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. That reminds me of Cat in the Hat. One of the ones that I used to read with Little Man. What was it? Dog Party or something? The people were always like, "Do you like my hat?" "No, I do not like that hat." "Goodbye. Goodbye." Random things. Okay, I'm gonna turn this one on its side. Actually, I'm gonna do this up here. And then raise it up a tad. Not that much. There. Now I can sit something on top of the book. I'm going to leave quite a bit of space there too, because I want to put some plants over by the window. She's growing. And I also want to incorporate some funky blocks on the shelves in here as well. So I'm gonna like put the fun, different, unique stuff down, and then I'm just gonna fill in everything else with like potion bottles completely, all different kinds. Gobs and gobs and gobs of potion bottles. Would it be weird for her to have ivy growing on the wall in here? I have ivy in my kitchen.
Huh?
I think I might use the ivy, the plant growing tool, and like put a pot and have the ivy growing up the wall around the corner. That'll get some more green in here too. Hey guys! It will look good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think it wouldn't be weird, right?
Hi.
Okay. Let's turn this. Put another one. Somewhere else. Different kind. Then we have these. Needs to be on the taller space. Did I bring both kinds of those in? Yes. This one's a little shorter? No, it is not a little shorter.
Hello.
Hello. I know. I need to build a house for you too. Him and his wife, I got both of them. And they worked like at docks and were traders and stuff. Like, if I really want to do stuff with the water, I could build a dock. But let's get running into that. Put this over here. Why? Why? Why are you being difficult? Why? Is it you? Are you the problem? My inventory's full. Of course it is. Let's put the books down for a minute. And that shelf. I didn't put any of those open books out yet. No, that's not the issue. Is it you? Are you the problem? Yep, it was you. You're the troublemaker. No, you can go back. Actually, before you go back, I'm going to put some stuff on that bottom shelf. Because I'm just going to have to pick it up again if not. Let's see. Let's throw a basket down there. I'm not gonna worry about putting anything in this particular basket. I'm just gonna sit it down there. And will you fit on that shelf? You will. Perfect. There you go. I feel like we need some little rugs in here too. Like the small ones. Like she wouldn't have rugs everywhere. But like maybe where she stands on her workspaces. That's a big rug. She should have a head up there. A head. Have any more rugs over here? This one, that's a big one. I'll do one of those by the main worktop. And then we'll get some little ones to be in front of the workstations. They're probably in bed. Seems late. Y'all in bed? Yep. Excuse me, I hate to bother you, but could you make me a rug? Couple of them. Thank you.
Are we done here?
We are done. Oh, hi. Sorry, didn't mean to wake you up. That, like, kind of freaked me out. Ah, don't fall. You know, you can sit down. That's why I put you by the bench. Never mind. Okay. I like how the shop looks at night, too. With all the glowy bottles and lights and stuff. Okay, big rug here. I don't want to cover up my bones. I like them on the floor. And then we'll put a little rug there. Little rug here. Break it up a little bit. I'd like more options for rugs as well. Would be nice. And paintings. It'd be nice to have some paintings with people in them too. Like a portrait of somebody. I love how my worktop turned out. That's cool. Okay, if she was gonna hang a head on the wall. This head is pretty big. Maybe over here? I don't have a lot of wall space left because I've filled it all up with shelves. Maybe here. He's watching her work. No, I never found a home for this guy either. I don't really want it on a shelf. I mean, I could put it back here, but it's heavy. I don't think she'd want to be pulling it out all the time. What about here? Does that stick out into the walkway too much? No, I don't think so. That works. And it's kind of right by where the plants will be drying. Start throwing some of these bottles around. Where's the other size? There it is. Teacups too. Check this buzzing and make sure it's nothing about my kid. Nope. I feel like some of these would be sitting over here as well. I'm going to put some of these around randomly. I'm going to be mixing potion bottles in with them too that need item stands. Would she have a cup of tea right here where she's working? I think she would. Actually, maybe she wouldn't just have a normal teacup. She would probably have one of the potion teas sitting by where she's working. I have to choose one of those for her. But she would probably have teacups available. Let's do a stack of them. Turn one a little different angle. They wouldn't be exact. She would have bowls for mixing things near the workstation. Thought that would look brighter. I'm gonna stack unalike bowls. So we want it to look like a bit of a hodgepodge in the Alchemy Workshop. Did I more? Yeah, I did bring in. I need more kinds of pots and pans. She would have random things that she uses. I set down those mortar and pestles too, didn't I? Go get them again. I have these. Good. Could do a stack of plates. She would use that for grinding up things, right? I'm just oh no, look what I did. They're all at the wrong angle. I thought I pushed them back enough, but I did not. Let's see if we can get these off of here without taking this shelf off the wall, because that was a bit of a pain. Okay, let's try that again. That's better. I'm gonna need to get some of the other colors too. Mix them in so that we're more random looking. Let's go ahead and start throwing some of the potions down. Lots of space. I don't think I have any more felt on it. I'm gonna have to go make another one. Well, that's backwards.
Hello.
Turn you around. Better. Turn it slightly to the right. Let's put the other green one on this shelf. That's good. Something is coming? What? You're freaking me out, man. Did you hear her walking up the stairs? if I don't have any in my inventory right now. Let me grab a green ectoplasm block. Hi, Lisa Ann. Welcome in. How are you? Grilled penny buns. I'm gonna put those in a basket on the shelf. Actually, let's just grab some more baskets too. I haven't put the cauldron out yet either. So many things to do! Why do I have a stack of books still? I thought I got those out of my inventory. Everything's getting all mixed up. It's gonna take me forever to organize all this stuff later. Hi, Bateman. Damn, this is a switch up. Verso raid. Aw, hey guys. Thanks, V. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for the raid, V. Hope you had a good stream. Time to take a break, I'm sure. From a shack to a mansion. Well, it's not a mansion. This is my small build. I'm trying to keep these builds small. This is going to be a little Main Street area. This is like the newspaper bookshop place. It's mostly done. I love the giant bookshelves. And I made a printing press for him. And then across the street, this is the Alchemy Shop that I'm working on. I haven't done any landscaping around here yet. You're working on raising an entire city? Yes, I am. I am. A village. It's a village. So I kind of have marked out like where I'm going to have like the Fletcher and the hairdresser and the armor. And I have my inn built over here. This is where people are staying until their homes get built. This is the little cafe that also will work as a little cafe just for when people are out on the courtyard, because there's going to be like a stage out there and stuff.
Well,
Hello. See, these people are waiting for their houses to be built. And then I'll sneak through the innkeeper's room. What are you doing in here? No. Okay, come here. Stop it. I don't even want to pet you. I want to pick you up. I've been looking for you. How did you get in the house? I know exactly how you got in the house. It's because the innkeeper keeps coming and opening the gate to the pen. Look, and letting them out. Look, they're all missing now. Oh no, wait, is one of them is still there. Look. It's like living with V again. Constantly opening the doors and not closing them. I'm just saying it's a thing. It's a thing that happens around here. Stay in your pen. Stay. I swear I'm going to get rid of this gate. I'm going to have just a fence there. Caught in the act. I know, right? Hey, Andy. In the freaking house, standing on the innkeeper's bed. Good grief. One solution would be to remove the gate and have a fence. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Jeez. Yeah, so this is where you check in. And you don't check out. Haha, just kidding. This is the lounge area.
Hi.
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 Hi. That's the innkeeper. It's the guest bath. Stop letting the birds out. I should make her chase them down. And then we have guest rooms up here. This is kind of the grand suite. I'm very fond of this tub that I made. I used weapons and sunk them in to make them look like handles and a faucet on the tub. I like this room. I hope we get like clear glass blocks at some point to fill in. I don't want to like put whole window things up there. It will look too busy. I want to be able to have the view. And then there's some other guest rooms. Like this is the hairdresser's room. He has this sign there waiting for me to make his shop so he can hang it up outside. And he's always asking for tea, so I gave him some tea in his room. And there's a couple more guest rooms. But right now, I'm working on the Alchemist shop.
Hello.
Oh, and down here is going to be like Nocturne Alley. This is where all the creepy shops are going to be, and the creepy guy is going to live down there. I still haven't entirely decided what to put at the end of the street. Because this whole area used to be a giant cathedral, and I took it down brick by brick. It was all in ruins. I could make the end of the street a church. But, I don't know. So many people do that here. I want to do something, or just rebuild the big cathedral church that was here. I want to do something different, but I'd like to have like some big grand tower that when you look down the street past all the little shops, you see it at the end, you know? I'm kind of thinking about doing something kind of like Gringotts, you know, in Harry Potter. You can kind of see them down at the end of the street, and it has like a big, I don't remember what it has on it, some big creature. Could do like a big dragon thing, maybe. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But yeah, this is the Alchemist shop. First floor is the shop itself. And then I'm working today on the second floor, which is her actual workspace. So it's coming together. Got lots of shelves up, getting some details in. I'm happy how my worktop has turned out so far. If you call the hotel the graveyard, that's one place people can check in and not check out, right? The town is looking amazing. Thank you, Ken. Start a cult at the end of the street. I mean, that would kind of fit. There kind of was a cult involved in the lore in this game, in a way. A couple of them, actually. And then up this ladder on the third floor is her living quarters, but I haven't started on that yet. She just has a cot on the floor at the moment. So, I meant to grab an ectoplasm block. I think I definitely need a creepy ectoplasm block and probably some mycelium as like creepy looking ingredients sitting around. I should get the greenery tool and use that also to make some creepy looking things in pots sitting around boiling. No, I have feathers in my inventory. I don't need that. Let's get some of those. I don't think I have any mycelium over here. Now that I think of it, I haven't seen any Wild West builds in the desert yet. I'd try it out myself if I wasn't building in the mountains. Well, put it on your list. Gringotts is a kind of cult, so that works. I mean, in a way, Harry Potter is. It's true, it's really true. I'm gonna grab some mycelium and the overgrowth tool and some ivy as well. Go in the basement and grab some mycelium. Maybe I could use some of the foliage as well, just to like dot around, because she's gonna be drying herbs also. Might work. I have mycelium blocks somewhere, right? Or I can make some. This is the work spot for the alchemist that lives with me, but this is more functional because I actually use these. So let's get the overgrowth tool. Grab some mycelium, some ivy. That'll probably be a good start. Just build the whole Harry Potter world, because why not? Oh my gosh. I mean, you could in this game. This game has insanely good building. And you can make it look pretty freaking close. Even with giant dragon heads. Have you played the Hogwarts game? I have. Not in a while. I played it when it first came out. Did I pick up mycelium blocks? I didn't, because I'm a dorkfish. I'm just gonna make one real quick. I don't need a lot. Actually, is that hard? Why does my phone keep buzzing? Oh, crap. Is that the time? You know, I don't remember how I did it downstairs. I think I may have... I am thinking of luminescent growth. is what I'm thinking of. Excuse me. But let's start with the ectoplasm block. Like this. That's the one I was thinking of. It's kind of creepy and movie. That'd definitely be an ingredient up here. Can I fit an ectoplasm block in there? No, it's not going to line up. But I can put it on a shelf. Before I start throwing potions about going first person. Let's balance that green up there and put one down here. It's going to give us a nice little glow. And then we'll throw down a basket over here. And then I'll go and fill this up. I think I'm going to fill this basket with mushrooms, probably. That'll be good.
Hi.
Hi! This is the Alchemist that I'm making this for. Why are you standing on your workbench? That's kind of weird. Just rebuild the locations from Hogwarts Legacy, right? The thing is, if anyone would be crazy enough to do it, it's actually possible. I don't know how the FPS would behave, though. There have been some massive freaking builds in this game, and they are still usable, so... I mean, of course, it would depend on your machine. Just start throwing some potions around everywhere. So we're gonna have bottles everywhere in here. Oh, I did it again. I need to do the back ones first. Let's do one of these. Stop it. Get over there. And one of those. And we'll do a little one. I could go back and sit those down further in the shelf so the item stand doesn't show. Maybe I'll do that. So it looks like they're sitting more on the shelf instead of on an item stand on the shelf. Weren't there some people working on rebuilding Hogwarts? I think so. I know some people have done Harry Potter builds in this game. I have seen some that are amazing. Oops. And they can do like all the secret trap doors with all the hidden doors and bookshelves that Enshrouded has as well. That'd be really cool. I love the bones laying on the floor under the work table. I'm just gonna test real quick. A little bit of ivy. I think I'm gonna... I should move that basket and put a plant. Maybe I could have the ivy growing out of that basket. I really wanted it growing out of a clay pot, though. Let me pick this up. I'm gonna put a clay pot there. I just want to look real quick. I'm gonna put a clay pot there with ivy growing and then have it like the ivy is growing up the wall. Like in my kitchen. That's gonna be good. And then I'll have all the flowers and plants drying on that grid there. That's gonna really bring it to life. I like it. I need to put more plants by the window. When I have a NASA PC, I'll build insane things again. VB Gaming posted a teaser on it. Apparently has over 3,000 hours of work on it so far, with 20 people working on it. This was a teaser posted 4 months ago. Wow! I'm gonna have to go find that. That'll be amazing. Can I put mycelium in a bowl? If I put a block there first. I may not have enough room here to play with it. If I put... I'm trying to keep this build small, but I keep wanting to add more and more things. Let's just test right here. If I put a block there, and then I put mycelium, even growing at the wall a tad, and then take out the block. No, I didn't want to take out the mycelium. Fine, I'll do it manually. Take out the block. And put in a basket. It's not enough mycelium though. But I will be able to get it to work. It just might take a little fidgeting. Like it's growing out of the basket, creeping up the wall.
Hi.
That's cool. Handy, I don't think you can post links in chat, but if you throw it in my Discord, I can find it there. That's cool. I'm gonna find more ways to integrate the ground covers into funky ingredients in here. I have a gob of potions and bottles I need to put down. I think it's looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it so far. I love the feel of it. I am going to have to bounce out for now, though. Unfortunately, I have an appointment to get to. Thank you all for coming by and hanging out with me today. And tomorrow, I'm going to be streaming Bellwright for my normal Wednesday time. Finishing up some stuff, maxing villages there, and prepping for that update, which is supposed to be hitting Preview Branch sometime in October probably as well. I asked the devs, please don't put it out the same week that Enshrouded gets an update, because I can't do both at the same time. And then later in the week, I'll probably be back to more building in Enshrouded, because I wanna try and make some progress on this village, for sure. But thanks for hanging out with me, everyone. Until next time, happy gaming.